Source Bytes, how to conference apps together in Avid Pro Tools with Source-Nexus. This video will show you how to set up a conference in Pro Tools with your favourite communications apps like Source Connect, Skype and Zoom with Source-Nexus, so that everyone can chat to each other and contribute to the mayhem. Watch this, and the next time you have Dame Edna Everage on Source Connect, Eddie Murphy on Zoom, John Cleese on Skype, and Trevor Noah on FaceTime, you can enjoy a jolly good laugh together and avoid any comms embarrassment. If you enjoy this and find it remotely useful, pun intended, please be so kind as to tickle the like button. And if you would like to be informed of similar jolly useful and entertaining content from your chums at Source Elements, then please kindly consider subscribing to our lovely boutique channel. And please dong the bell for all those handy notifications. Part 1. Setting up the apps in Pro Tools. In this video, you will learn how to set up apps with Source-Nexus control panel, how to use Source-Nexus in Pro Tools, and how to route a clean feed, mix-minus matrix, in Pro Tools. Ooh, that sounds posh. This video assumes you are vaguely comfortable with Pro Tools basics and know how to set up buses, how to create aux input channels, and how to select channel inputs and outputs. If you would like a detailed refresher at a leisurely pace, then please watch either of these videos that show you how to set up Zoom or Skype in Pro Tools. Setting up custom audio drivers. Firstly, we need to create custom audio input and output devices within the Source-Nexus world for each of our apps. Launch Source-Nexus control panel, or, if already running it, select it from your Mac menu bar. Click the plus button on the top right of Source-Nexus control panel to create a new device driver. Name your driver to Skype and make sure it is 2-channel for stereo use. Click Done. Click the plus button again to create a second audio device driver. Call this From Skype and make sure it is also 2-channel for stereo use. Click Done. Rinse and repeat this process for each app that you want to access in Pro Tools. I will do this for Zoom, FaceTime, Source Connect, and the telephone app. Nota bene, for the telephone app, I will create mono drivers for the input and output. Setting the individual application's audio I/O path preferences. Go to each app and its audio settings page. I will do this for Skype. Scroll down to microphone and then select the Source-Nexus driver you've just created called to Skype as your input to Skype. Now scroll down to speakers and in the Options tab to the right, select the Source-Nexus driver you have just created called From Skype as your output device. Rinse and repeat this for all of your apps, selecting the correct Source-Nexus input and output drivers that you have created in Nexus Control for each of your apps. I will also do this for Zoom, FaceTime, Source Connect, and the telephone app. Creating appropriate buses in Pro Tools for each application. Now go to Pro Tools. Create a new session. Go to Setup in the menu bar and choose I/O. This opens the I/O setup for the session. Click on the Bus tab. Select New Path towards the bottom left. This opens up the New Paths window. Create 2 new stereo paths by selecting the correct options, and then click the blue Create button. When the bus paths are created, they will appear in the bus path list. Select the first one and rename it to Skype, and the second one From Skype. Rinse and repeat for Zoom, FaceTime, Source Connect, and create mono buses for the telephone app. Click the OK button at the bottom right of the I/O window to close it. Creating aux input channels for each app in Pro Tools. Create a stereo aux input channel. Call it Skype. Select its channel input to be the bus you have just created, called to Skype. Select its channel output to be your monitoring. Instantiate, a Source-Nexus plugin. Source-Nexus breaks the traditional vertical signal flow through the plugin slots and turns this particular plugin insert slot into input and output patch points so that we can send to Skype and receive from Skype. Click the Send tab in the Source-Nexus plugin and select the Source-Nexus custom audio driver that you created earlier, called to Skype. This routes everything in the channel to be sent to Skype, as you selected the To Skype driver earlier as Skype's input within Skype. Correspondingly, click the Receive tab in the Source-Nexus plugin and select the Source-Nexus custom audio driver that you created earlier, called From Skype. This receives Skype's audio output. Rinse and repeat the process. For Zoom, FaceTime, Source Connect, but using a mono aux input channel for the telephone app. Watch part 2 to see where all the magic happens, where we set up the main clean feed and the mix minus matrix in Pro Tools. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please tickle the like button, consider subscribing to our channel, and remember to dong the notifications bell. Thank you.
Source Bites. Small, easily digestible, tasty knowledge nugget videos to help your remote workflow. Source Bites. It's elemental. Source Bites from Source Elements.